Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the latest webinar in our first ever Twinkle HomeEd conference. And we have for you this evening a Newsroom family quiz, which is going to be hosted by my very special guest here, Sam, who runs Twinkle Newsroom. Welcome, Sam. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Alistair. Thanks for inviting me once again to do this. Really looking forward to trying the quiz out. I'm sure there's a few quiz fans out there, so looking forward to running it and
Oh,
seeing
who
how we
doesn't love
go.
a quiz? Who doesn't love a quiz? We can't keep you away, Sam. This is your second appearance at the conference, isn't it?
Yeah, I did a session earlier for adults, just doing an overview of Twinkle Newsroom. I think you can catch that up on the if you want to find out more, you can catch that up on the link. But yeah, looking forward to second time round, so looking forward to it.
We need to get you like a VIP lanyard or something.
Oh, it'll be the first time I've ever been a VIP, Alistair.
So you got some questions for us this evening, haven't you? We've also, you've brought very helpfully a little PowerPoint presentation that you're going to use to guide us through proceedings this evening. Do you want to take control, Sam, and tell us all about it?
Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen now. I don't know if you can see that. And so just a bit of an overview of what Twinkle Newsroom is if you weren't able to come to the session earlier. So Twinkle Newsroom provides daily child-friendly news, and all of our articles are written by experienced teachers. You get an article with reading questions each day, and if you want to find the latest articles, just check out www.twinkle.co.uk/newsroom. Okay, so just to say to start us off, so you'll need a pen. You need a pen to take part. You need a pen and pencil and a piece of paper. So if you want to grab one of those quickly, just jot down any answers. That'd be great. I'm going to read out 10 questions. So on this presentation, based on events in the news that Twinkle Newsroom has covered. But don't worry if you don't know the story. That it's a multiple choice quiz. So you've got options for each answer.
How far back do they go, Sam? How recent?
So I think I've tried to go this year, maybe in December-ish kind of thing. So we kind of kept it fairly recent.
Sounds good.
And once we do that, we'll go through the answers. And if we got like a few people tied at the top, well, we've got a tiebreaker. Okay, so
shall we just say, Sam? So we talked about how to organise this. So what we're going to get you to do, I think, at the end of the quiz, when you have a final score, is just pop it in the comments for us. So make sure you've located them if you haven't already. So we want to know who's on your team and what your score was, basically. And we've got a prize for the winners of the quiz this evening, but we've got a kind of like secondary thing going on because I haven't seen these questions and I'm going to have a go at it too. So you can try and beat me, basically, which might or might not be difficult. I don't know. I haven't seen the questions, but it's kind of two elements of the competition: beat me and win the prize, basically, or do both.
Okay, so if you're ready, hopefully we've had a chance to get like a piece of paper or a pen and pencil ready to go in your team. So count down. So I'll do 10 seconds. 10. Okay, so let's go for question 1. Okay, so in which US city is the river famously dyed green for St. Patrick's Day? So there's a picture of the city here. Is it A, Chicago? Is it B, New York? Or is it C, San Francisco? So in which US city is the river famously dyed green for St. Patrick's Day? Is it A, Chicago, B, New York, C, San Francisco? So 3 cities there: Chicago, New York, or San Francisco. If you want to write down on your sheet of paper what you think the answer is, but just keep it to yourself for the time being, that would be great.
Probably the rivers in some cities are already green, aren't they?
Yeah, that is true. This is even greener, I think, from this picture here. You make a valid point, Alistair. Cool. Okay, so move on to the next one. Right. Which planet has the most moons in our solar system? Now, scientists did think it was one planet, but this year they announced that it was actually another planet. They discovered some more moons orbiting another planet in our solar system. So is the planet with the most moons in our solar system, is it now Jupiter, Saturn, or Neptune? So which planet has the most known moons in our solar system? Is it Jupiter, Saturn, or Neptune? Some planets have a lot of moons, so I think that could be quite a tricky one. So they've got more than just one moon that we've got. But yeah, jot down which planet you think it is. Okay, and then let's move on to the next question. So question 3. I feel like I need some jazz music or something in the background or something like that. Okay, so what nickname?
Jazz music. What's the jazz music for?
I was trying to think. I need some funky music or something like that. I don't know, like maybe not jazz. I don't know where jazz came from. I don't know where.
Jazz.
So, what nickname was given to an alligator that was found in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, USA? So this was an unusual story that happened this year. Was the alligator given the nickname King Kong? Was it Godzilla, or was it Jaws? So, what nickname was given to an alligator that was found in Prospect Park in Brooklyn, USA? Was it King Kong, Godzilla, or Jaws? I'm not sure I do too well with alligators. I'm a bit scared of them. Always try to.
What was it doing in Prospect Park, Sam?
No,
do we know?
I don't know. We sadly don't know. Just animal rescue were called out to it. Yeah, I think it was swimming in the in the pond they've got there.
Wow, I missed that.
Okay, so shall we move on to question 4? Okay, so this year, in which country did a man find a nugget of gold worth almost £250,000? So he discovered this huge gold nugget this year that was worth £250,000. So was it? So yeah. Was it Australia? Was it Canada? Or was it the USA? Where was this gold nugget found? Was it?
Do you know how big it was? What are we talking?
I think it's pretty like that illustration there. I think you're talking kind of like almost putting your two hands together like that. That kind of big. It was pretty huge. But,
that'd be heavy too, wouldn't it?
Yeah. In which country did a man find a nugget of gold worth almost £250,000 this year? Was it Australia, Canada, or the USA? Okay, jot down which country you thought it was. And then we'll go on to the next one. Okay, the coldest temperature on Earth was recorded at the East Antarctic plateau. But how cold was it? So you might think it's been quite a cold April here, but I don't think it's been as cold as these temperatures. Was it minus 30 degrees Celsius, minus 85 degrees Celsius, or was it minus 93 degrees Celsius? So all really cold temperatures there, but what was the coldest temperature recorded? So the coldest temperature on Earth was recorded at the East Antarctic plateau. But how cold was it? Was it minus 30 degrees Celsius, minus 85 degrees Celsius, or is it minus 93 degrees Celsius?
Was this a recent one, Sam?
I think it was one. I think it was back in January. I think a NASA satellite measured it, so it was traveling over the Antarctic, and I think it was around January, maybe February time. This was in the news. Okay, and then if you've done that, let's move on to the next one. So you might be, if the football fans might be familiar with the red and the yellow card, but a new card for fair play was shown at a football match in 2023. What colour was it? So so to give you a bit of an explanation, a referee saw an example of fair play and he showed a card at a player, but what colour card was it? Was it a black card? Was it an orange card? Or was it a white card? So a new card for fair play was shown at a football match in 2023. But what colour was it? Was it black, orange, or white? So a referee saw a good example of fair play. A player who was playing fairly, and he showed them a white card. He showed them a coloured card. Oh, I gave it away. Oh no! Give yourself a mark, everyone.
I mean, is it a double bluff?
Oh, could be. Okay, let's move on after that disaster.
I mean, it's always nice to give people a little bit of
yeah. Oh God, I'm being too clever for my own good there. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to be challenging Bradley Walsh anytime soon, I don't think.
Well, I've got at least one.
Okay. Okay. This skeleton, a Patagotitan mayorum, apologies if I've mispronounced that, is now on display at the Natural History Museum. But what type of dinosaur is it? Is it a sauropod, an ornithopod, or a theropod?
I might need you to tell us this one, actually, son.
I'm keeping stum, Alistair. Was it a sauropod, an ornithopod, or a theropod? Nice try. Okay, so jot down what dinosaur you think it is. Okay, and then we'll go on to sauropod, ornithopod, or theropod. And then the next one. So, what will the astronauts on the Artemis 2 mission fly around? Is it Mercury, Mars, or the Moon? What will the astronauts on the Artemis 2 mission fly around? Is it Mercury, Mars, or the Moon? I'm to be really careful with now after what happened on the previous question. So
just read what's on the screen.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
I got no idea. Okay. And I like space.
And then let's have a look at the next one. Okay. What did the charity, the Country Trust, want people to plant in their gardens to test the soil quality? Was it daffodils, hedges, or their pants? What did the charity Country Trust want people to plant in their gardens to test the soil? Was it daffodils, hedges, or their pants?
That's a slightly odd one.
Well, yeah. Okay, and then I think we're coming up to the last question. Okay, these stories appeared in the Twinkle Newsroom April Fool's Day article, but can you remember which one was not true, or which one you think is? So, was it the giant smiley on the side of a cow? Was it a cake printed using 3D printer? Or is it buttercups shine brighter on people who like butter? So these stories appeared in our April Fool's Day article, but can you remember which one was not true? So we got a giant smiley on side of the cow, a cake printed using 3D printer, and buttercups shine brighter on people who like butter. So that is the last question. So then So jot down your answer for that, and then we'll be ready to move on to the answers. So yeah.
But you had fun thinking those up, didn't you, Sam?
Yeah, I did actually. It was really good fun. It was really good fun, and yeah, I do love a good quiz. I'm not going to lie, Alistair.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'll be interested to see how everyone's done. So I know we've got some really dedicated
it's hard to gauge, isn't it? How the scores will come out.
So cause I know we've got some really dedicated followers on the Newsroom team, so on the amongst the home educators. So
very well informed, informed community.
Definitely. Okay, so let's have a look at the answers. So we've got to look at number 1. In which city is the river famously dyed green for St. Patrick's Day? It was Chicago.
Oh, got it.
So well done if you said Chicago.
I was just thinking New York is like too big, isn't it? There's no, it's kind of like there's bits of water, but there's nothing that I've seen that looks like that anyway. And then I was thinking San Francisco, I don't know, not a big Irish contingent in San Francisco, but managed to get there.
Okay, then let's have a look at question 2. Which planet has the most known moons in our solar system? The answer was Saturn. Well done if you said Saturn. It overtook Jupiter, so Saturn has the most known moons in our solar system. Well done.
Nearly threw me there by talking about how it had changed, because I was thinking if they found a load more around Neptune or something crazy like that.
And it was because like with further you go out in space, like the more, well, the bigger the planets almost seem to be, like the more moons, isn't there? So yeah, it gets to a ridiculous number. The nickname for the alligator was Godzilla. That was the name they gave the alligator.
I put Jaws. I thought too obvious.
Yeah, I guess yeah. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I could see why you're thinking that.
I was pretty sure it wasn't King Kong.
Yeah, I think the was King Kong a chimpanzee? I can't remember. So I know someone will correct me on that. Someone will correct me.
The gorilla.
Gorilla.
Huge gorilla. Mm.
In which country did a man find the gold nugget worth £250,000? It was Australia. Australia was where the gold nugget was discovered. So yeah, it's very a lot of money for that gold nugget. So well done if you said Australia as the correct answer for that. The coldest temperature, this was really, really cold. It was minus 93 degrees Celsius. I can't even begin to fathom or understand what that is.
Yeah, it's a little chilly, that, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah, I think I'll put an extra layer on for that. And yeah. Okay. It was a white card.
I was going to say orange as well. I was sure I'd read something about orange. I wonder if they still brandish it in the same way as they do when players are in trouble. Whether there's a kinder way of waving it, if it's a positive thing.
I know in sports like hockey they have 3 different cards, don't they? They've got the yellow and the red, and then they've got like another one, haven't they? But I can't quite remember if that's orange. I'm not a hockey fan.
It's got to get confusing for the referees after a while with cards to juggle.
Definitely, I would not be a football referee. That's a tough gig. Okay, the tie for dinosaur. It was a sauropod. Well done, or well done if you said that. So yeah, big, huge dinosaur, all the way from Patagonia in Argentina.
I guessed that one and managed to get it. So.
Okay. That's good dinosaur knowledge there, Alistair. Okay, and then the next one, they're going to fly around the moon. So they're going to be flying around the moon. this group of astronauts. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this mission goes, because it's been a while since humans have been on the moon. So yeah, it should be really exciting.
Do you know when that's happening?
I think it might be next year. I want to say maybe 2024. I'll keep an but
yeah, that's exciting. I was pretty sure it was that and not Mercury, because that's about 10 years away, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I guess it'd be pretty hot though, because you're getting nearer the sun, aren't you? So
that would be a real adventure.
Definitely. Okay. Some of you may have guessed this, but it was in fact they wanted to plant your pants in the garden, like so some cotton pants, and yep. And if you came back in 2 months' time and they were no longer there, it showed that your soil had lots of mini bees in there and was of good quality. So yeah, they were asking people to plant their pants in the soil, cotton pants, I should say. Okay, so moving on from that rather unusual question to the slightly more ridiculous ones. Buttercup shine brighter on people who like butter. That was our fake story, our lie, our April Fool. So yeah, well done. So how did you do? I don't know if you was as
well. I managed to get 8. So
cool.
We've already got Mandy's commented that they got 9 out of 10. So that's our leader so far. So if you please just do comment like whatever you got. 7, that's a great score. Well done, 9TM. And Rumi with 7 out of 10 as well. Also excellent. So we'll see if we get any more scores. Oh, the pants was the one you got wrong, Mandy. I just thought that was so odd that it had to be. But then again, who knows? 5 out of 10 from Lisa. Well done, you guys, and thanks for playing. 6 out of 10 from Rhiannon. Thank you. Well played. So we'll see if we get any more. But if not, it looks like we might have a winner. Rhiannon says, "I knew it was pants." I don't know whether that's the answer or the quiz, Sam.
Hopefully it's not the quiz. Fingers crossed.
Right, so based on what we're seeing, it looks like Mandy, you guys are the winners. We're not seeing anything to trump your score. What would be great is if you just popped us an email at homeed@twinkle.co.uk and we can get you your prize sorted out. Just double check that we haven't got anything coming in later. Any 10 out of 10s coming up on the rails, but no, that looks like the situation that we're dealing with. So there's the email address. Feel free to use it. Just get in touch for any other reason too, but that'll be the way to give us your address, Mandy, so that we can sort your prize out. Okay, that's cool. That was great. Thank you, Sam. Is there anything, any final words from you? Anything that we need to be looking forward to from the newsroom team, or is it just business as usual and waiting to see what comes up?
Yeah, absolutely business as usual. So check out www.twinkle.co.uk/newsroom or type newsroom into the Twinkle search bar and you'll be able to get all the latest articles there. So yeah, big thanks for everyone. Been really great to hang out with some homeheaders today.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Sam. Thanks for being such a friend of the conference and popping on twice. And I know you're always interested in what the homehead guys are up to, and you really have identified us as a group who are interested in newsroom. So yeah, we'll keep that special relationship going.
Cool.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks everybody else for joining us. We're going to leave it there. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of the conference, and we'll see you sometime again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.